All right, guys. My name is David Riggins, and I'm with InfoWise, and you are in the Upgrade Document Security with No Code webinar. Um, Before we get started here, I think we should do a couple little admin notes. If you have any questions during the webinar here, please type that into the chat window. We're going to answer those during the chat. I got a couple of my partners online, and we'll answer those questions as we go along. And whatever we don't get to, we'll get to at the end. Or you can email us or any of that kind of stuff, and we'll be handing out those email addresses as we go along. We are going to record this, or we are recording this, and we're going to post it up to YouTube. And I'll show you where that is on the InfoWiseSolutions.com site. And you can go in there and watch old webinars. You can watch this webinar in a couple of hours. You can send it out to all your friends, all that good stuff. So by all means, go and check that stuff out later. There's a lot of good content up there, and it's really great because you don't have to read. You can just watch videos, and there's a lot of training videos and that kind of stuff up there as well, and I'll show you that when we get there. One last note, we are giving away a polo shirt at the end of this webinar, and I'll be doing a little razzle dazzle there at the end to pick a number out of a hat, and we'll, US only though. I think it is pretty expensive to send these things, and I know we get a lot of people joining this from overseas, so we'll pick somebody in the States, and we'll send you a nice polo t-shirt just as a incentive to kind of hang on with me here. All right, so digging in, InfoWise, SharePoint, and me. So to introduce myself, I am, as you can probably tell, I'm not a salesman. I am a SharePoint developer and a .NET developer before that. So I am, I've been developing SharePoint solutions and .NET solutions. I've been developing .NET solutions since the 90s, and I've been doing SharePoint and SharePoint development since probably 2007 or so, strictly as an engineer, not as a consultant or salesman or any of that kind of stuff. So this might be a little unpolished of a webinar that you might be used to, but you're getting the straight deal from a guy who's been using this and doing it in the trenches for a really long time. I have used InfoWise Ultimate Forms. I've used it as a customer for many years before I joined the team. And I'll tell you straight up, I've done SharePoint development without it, using JavaScript and SharePoint Designer and building custom workflows, and it makes things easy. It really does. You're not writing code anymore. I can do everything that I was doing in SharePoint Designer and I was doing with jQuery and JavaScript and all those crazy words. I can do it in InfoWise Ultimate Forms. It makes things so much simpler. And on top of that, there's an incredible amount of features. If you go check out the training site on InfoWiseSolutions.com and just look at all the topics under training, you will see that it is chock full of features that you can use simply and easily to take your SharePoint forms and your SharePoint solutions to the next level, really. Let's talk about what I built for you guys today. The three big things that InfoWise does really well is it takes SharePoint forms to the next level. I don't know if you guys are used to SharePoint forms being all in one list, and you create a form and it's all one big gigantic list of information. What you're seeing right here is straight up the next level of creating forms with no code. I can make very, very nice, easy, simple forms that take data and make it look so much simpler. But what I wanted to talk to you guys today about, on top of just the forms, is security. So with regular SharePoint, item level security is hard. I'll tell you that straight up. Microsoft changed some stuff right here where if I want to go in and edit the security for this individual item that you're seeing right here in my document vault that I'm going to get into, I have got to go to share. I have got to go into invite people and cancel and all that kind of stuff. and it's difficult. You got to click like 4 buttons in order to do it. So what I built today is a document vault. And I spent a little time in the military service, and I kind of get document security because I've violated all those things a lot. So I've been yelled at quite a bit about doing things right, about when it comes to top secret, secret, and for official use only kind of documents. So in my experience, you need to secure each individual document, and you need a simple and easy and effective way of managing that. And I know for a fact that the Army uses SharePoint, and they use a lot of the different features and functions inside of SharePoint to do document security. So on top of the forms, this security is what we're dealing with today. And one of the things I'm going to show you right here is how I can take this field, which has these nice, awesome little red, yellow, green icons to help me out here, to go from top secret to secret and official use only, to where I don't have to click any button, or I don't have to click 15 buttons, add a security group, remove a security group. All I have to do is come in here and edit this item. Now, if you bear with me real quick, I'm going to edit this item, and I'm going to go from secret to top secret. So I'm going to upgrade the security of this document set, and then I'm going to show you how in the background, through a simple InfoWise smart action, it changes the actual security with no code. So that's the big win here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go into this item, and I'm going to edit it. And up at the top here, you'll see we're secret. So I'm going to select top secret because I need to upgrade this security. And when I upgrade this, I've got 3 different matching security groups, SharePoint security groups that match. So I have an official use only, secret, and a top secret security group. So right now, it's at secret, and that's what we were. So I'll show you that right here. Here, you can see I've got it set, and it's at secret level, right there. So now what I'm going to do is change it from secret to top secret. And then I'm going to hit save. And, you know, a little bit of cooking show here. We're going to hope for the best. And you can see right here, it has changed my security level in the item to top secret. And I'm going to push the refresh button. You'll see it go from secret right here. I'm going to push the refresh button, and it went to top secret. There you go. Everything worked today. That's awesome. So right off the bat, you guys didn't see me change the security. You guys didn't see me come in here and do grant permissions. I didn't do any of that kind of stuff. Literally, all I did was at the item level, I changed it from secret to top secret, and boom, behind the scenes, InfoWise Smart Actions, change the security of the item. That's simple. That's easy. That's straightforward. That's no code. Straight up, right there. So let me show you a little bit how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the actions, and what you're seeing right here is let me let that catch up. There, you're seeing the InfoWise Smart Actions screen. And what you see here is a bunch of different actions that I've created. And if you have any experience, let me try to relate this. What you're looking at is workflow items. This is stuff that in the old days, when I was developing solutions for banks and aerospace companies, I'd have to write a big, gigantic or a SharePoint designer workflow, a custom workflow. Oh, or I would have to go way down deep into the bowels of SharePoint, right? I'd have to write a C#.NET workflow, and I've written that, and that stuff is crazy hard, right? But here, all I got to do is come in here and literally action, item, set it to top secret. Right there, you're seeing it. That's all the action does, is set this to top secret. And the InfoWise tools are so easy and simple that all you got to do is come in here and change these settings and add top secret right here. So I'll show you the other one. If I click on secret, you'll see what it does right here is, let me do this one. It goes from secret to top secret, and for official use only actually is coming right up. So that's really cool. Simple, straightforward security changes of what we're doing. So let me show you a whole other way that you can change security, and you can do it for your entire list. And it's one button, and it changes everything inside of here. So I'm going to come down in here, and I'm just going to pick one of these. And I am going to go to advanced, and then I'm going to run an action. And think of this as running a workflow, only easier. So I'm going to run an action, and the only thing I got is one button. And now all I have to do is click this one button, and it runs that action that you see here. So what it's going to do is downgrade security. This is the action right here. And because of the way I've written it and check some of the boxes in there, all I got to do is hit this button. It gives me a confirmation saying this will downgrade all old documents, because that's kind of what I've written here. Is it gets complicated, but basically what I'm doing is downgrade the security of the documents if the clearance expiration date is less than a day. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that, downgrade all old documents. And you'll see it's working. Gives me a nice little thing, tell me everything's going the way it should. And what you'll see, hopefully, is this document right here, success, is going to change all these to official use only. So now, with one smart action and one simple button click, I have downgraded the security of all of my documents. And if I come back over in here, you're going to see it was on top secret. This document was on top secret. And now, when I refresh it, it goes from top secret for official use only with one simple button click. That's it. So now I can come back in here and do the exact same thing. So I went in here and I went all hog wild because I was getting excited about all the cool things I could do. And I went and created another action where I can make it all top secret. So I went the other way. And what it's going to do is make everything top secret. You can see the action or the pop-up confirmation right there. And we'll give it just a second to process there, and you're going to see it goes through. And this is like your fail-safe button, right? The Chinese have hacked your system, and you want to go in there, and with one simple button click, you can go in there and make everything top secret. Boom, there you go. So that's kind of what you get when you get into the different, smart actions is kind of what I was trying to say there. Now, one of the other cool things about security that I like is trackability. So I want to know, when has this document set gone from secret to top secret back to for official use only and all that kind of stuff. And in InfoWise, they make it really easy to build automatic actions that run and give you the ability to create almost anything. And with that flexibility, what I've written here is a log file. So I can go in and tell every time something was upgraded and downgraded in security in this nice second tab right here. You're seeing the history of how this document set has gone from all the different clearances. When did it change? Why did it change? Who did the change? I can show you all of that kind of stuff and simply build a form like this, or simply put it in a tab and like in the history tab there in a history field. So let me show you that real quick. I'm going to edit this action here, and you can see right here. Now I put in some really good code. Now you could easily put in just the history right here and not give it any kind of flavor, but I'm giving a webinar and I want to make it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead, but what's awesome is that you can do the simple stuff, but you can also put in all kinds of colors and formulas and all kinds of stuff in here. So yeah, it's simple, But I can come in here as a coder and a programmer from the old days and put in some old guy stuff too. So I can come in and show all kinds of neat, stuff like that. So I got, making it look pretty stuff so the boss is happy, right? So, but you can do it easy too. And you can see all I'm doing right here is setting this smart action and setting the history field to these fields plus history. And that's it. It's as simple as coming in here and putting these settings in. That's all you got to do. So let me catch up here, make sure I don't skip anything. Let me talk about the associated items here, because that stuff's really, really cool. What you're seeing here is my set of documents. And I have an item ID right here that's called SID 2018-12, and that's really cool, and I'll show you that. But what I'm doing right here is, you see I have more than one document for this item. That's a really great feature in InfoWise called an InfoWise associated item. And I can come in here and add, this is really neat right here, watch this. So not only am I editing my main item, I get a whole other special button here called New Item. And I can add another document while I'm editing this document. And that's really cool. So if I wanted to come in here and say, and add an engagement agreement, and we'll hit the button there. Hopefully I didn't pick anything too big, but we'll see how it goes. That'll upload directly to this item, and you'll see it pop up right there, right below that. So what you're getting here is a parent-child relationship. Yeah, I did pick something, Lars. There you go. But we'll kind of just cooking show that there a little bit. So you can see how I can have more than one item for an individual item right there. And that really is great. So let me call your attention to something else really cool about this form. You see this history tab? And I showed you that before with all my cool guy history stuff so that I can track what I'm doing here. If I created a new document set, watch this. You see the history tab, right? I'm going to make it magically disappear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and create a new security vault item. So here's my new item. And you see how I made that history tab disappear? That's awesome. That right there opens up a whole new level of forms when it comes to InfoWise. So remember we talked about InfoWise's big features are changing forms or making forms better, and then we're making designer workflow stuff better. One of the things about forms here is that I can show and hide tabs and fields based on when we are in the path. So right here I'm on the new form. I don't want to show the history on the new because nothing's been done yet. So because of that, I can inject that business logic very easily by just not showing the tab on the new form. Too simple, right? All right, here's another really great form-based thing, is that if I edit this document set and I come in there and edit it, now you're seeing that I am not showing the ID. So I didn't want to show the ID, that SID formula that I had on there. I didn't want to show it in this form. So I'm actually hiding the title of the document set on here. You don't even see it anywhere. So you just got a lot of flexibility when it comes to these forms. They make it so simple and easy for you to come in here. It's just chock full of features. If I were to go back into the feature set here, you're going to see a ton of features that allows you to add tabs, to do column permissions, to do view permissions. Then you can change and make defaults. You can do an item ID, and that's one of the ones I wanted to show you. So I'm going to come in here to the item ID. And remember, the item ID is this SID number right here that I just magically created based on the year and the month. That SID date, I actually made that as a item ID right here. So if I come in here, you'll see that I made this formula which automatically builds it. And I can do incremental IDs. I can make my own IDs. So that way I know which one of my document sets is secure and all that kind of stuff. It's awesome. Here is the tabs and how easy it is to make these tabs. You remember main, you remember history. So all I have to do is come in here and add and remove fields inside the tab, and you're seeing, you know, just how easy it is to come in here and put these fields in those tabs. Pretty straightforward stuff. So getting towards the end of our presentation here, I'm going to go ahead and let me just make sure. Oh, you know what? Let me go back one real quick second, and I'm going to show you one thing that I really liked is the in business logic down here in the actions. I'm just going to show you. I can just pop through that real quick. It makes it super simple, and I'll show this really fast because then we'll get to the whole here's how you go buy stuff things. So one of the things as an old-time programmer, right, and just a straight-up developer that really was like the big aha moment for me in these actions. If you're writing SharePoint Designer workflow, and anybody in the chat wants to come on there and correct me if I'm wrong, I love being wrong. So if you know a better way of doing this, you can't do timer-based or scheduled workflows. But with InfoWise Smart Actions, you can. You can come in here and do timer-based actions, and that's what I'm showing you. If you wanted to come in here and see this timer-based action, you can just click this timer-based right here, and you can do it by, let me let the screen catch up there real quick. You can do it by hour, you can do it by day, you can do it by a month. Sorry, I was a little excited about that one, and I looked through my notes and I saw that I was forgetting that one, and that was like my most favorite thing of the whole tool, because you just can't do that in SharePoint Designer. You just can't set a workflow to run every day. And maybe you want a workflow to run and calculate your items. But for us, we're running a workflow to go through and check security and stuff like that. But maybe you want to do a summary. Maybe you want to do that kind of thing. All right, and so now let's talk about, and you guys obviously saw that I had this really cool chart over here on the right, and I've got kind of like a little dashboard deal going on here. That's really awesome, especially for the boss. He wants to see how many documents are secret, how many top secret, where's the current status. You can definitely make some really great dashboards here. All right, anyway, I'm done jumping around. Let me do the whole, like, this is where you go, this is what you do. You know, if I were you guys and I wanted to get started with this stuff, number one, I definitely would, especially as an old-time programmer. Man, this stuff, it really takes your SharePoint solutions to the next level, right? I definitely would get after it. And the first thing I would do is request a demo and a 30-day trial. And you get in here and you push that 30-day trial button, and you're going to get that stuff, and you can load it on your site. You can try it out if you want to. You know, you can really just see if it's for you. And I definitely think you're going to find that you want to do it. And then guess what? Push the request a demo button. And guess what? You're going to get to spend another 30 minutes with me as I go through and show you even more features. And it's a free deal, right? Just request a demo. It's free. I'll set it up some time. You can invite all your friends. I'll sit there in some one-on-one time, and I'll show you how all this stuff works. And I'll give you the real deal, right? I'll give you the non-salesman speech. I'll give you the straight-up programmer stuff, right? So definitely, if you're interested in that, push those buttons right there. Get that 30-day trial. Request that demo. You know, you're gonna really, you won't regret it. You'll figure it out that this stuff makes things in SharePoint Life a lot easier. When you're ready, and you're ready to do it, if you're on premises, they have a solution. If you're Office 365, they have a solution. You get a monthly subscription deal. Come in here, get your pricing right. Go to support@infowisesolutions.com. Go to sales@infowisesolutions.com. Talk to these guys. They're really responsive. They really help you out. They'll get in there and they will help you get all this stuff set up for success. They really will. And whatever works best for you, they'll figure it out. They'll get it installed. They'll support you the whole way. I talked about that, the demo. I'd also encourage, if you do decide to get after it and you want to do the solution and get it installed on your sites, we offer tons of training. And I won't lie to you, there's a lot of features. And you can go through this Kickstart training, which I would highly recommend, and it's free, which is awesome. And it's like 2 hours of you and me just sitting there building a solution. Just like the demo's 30 minutes and I sit there and tell you the real deal, the Kickstart training, it's 2 hours and I'll show you the real deal for 2 hours and it's free. Get it. I will build a solution. You'll see how it works. I'll show you how all the stuff works and I'll show you the real deal. I won't put any spin on it. I'll definitely show you what's good, how to make it work, and how easy everything is. And if you decide to go even further than that and you're ready to go ahead and purchase the product and get it on your site and you're ready, do this foundation training. You won't regret it. Do this advanced training. I give that too, as well as some of my partners. We have spent a lot of time putting that together. And you're going to see that we go step by step for like 5 hours, step by step, building a solution from scratch. And you do it with us on the phone. And you can invite all the people at your company, and we will sit down and build that solution from scratch, and you will see how this product works. And then you can go advanced, and you can start seeing some of the super awesome features that are like, you need charts, you need dashboards, you need key performance indicators, you need all that nice new fancy stuff. We'll show you how to get after it and get in an advanced training. All right. Let me talk about the site here. I would say the biggest thing is training. Come in here and look at this training section and look at these tutorials and just see how much time we have put in all of these step-by-step, web-based or YouTube-based. You don't have to read anything. You can just watch me and my partners do stuff step by step. You can just learn by watching us do it. That's awesome. I don't want to read nothing either. I just want to watch people do it. I learn so much more on YouTube than I learn on anything else. So I'd encourage you to come in here and check out the training section. I'd encourage you to come in here and check out the webinars and do that. So I'm getting towards the end of my time here, so don't leave. I got some other cool things to do. We got the polo shirt and all that good stuff. Let me get my last little things. There was some other, the InfoWise guys are going to be in Vegas next week at the SharePoint Northwest Conference in Vegas. So please check that out if you're going to be in that area. Stop by the booth, talk to these guys. Let's see here. If you have any questions, now's the time to go ahead and type them in the chat. We can go ahead and help you out with that. Support. Let me hit support real quick. I was a customer, guys. I was a customer of this product before I was helping them out. Their support is awesome. Not only is the training great, not only is the product awesome with the features and how easy they make it, but if you get yourself into a jam, support is there and they're responsive. I know when you go out there and buy stuff like this, sometimes, support is a big deal because you might be building something. Trust me, straight up, support's awesome. They do a really great job. They will help you out of anything you need. We talked about that. Schedule a demo. Everybody should do that. If you need to contact me, it's David R, DAVIDR @InfoWiseSolutions.com. Don't hesitate to send me any emails you got, any questions, comments, concerns. If you want to talk to the guys at InfoWise, go to sales@InfoWiseSolutions.com. We do give a webinar every month, so we are going to have a webinar next month. Please join us for that. Tell your friends. We're going to build something new next month. It's going to be cool, exciting, good stuff. So check that stuff out. Check our old webinars out. And there you go. We are ready to go ahead and do the t-shirt giveaway. So if you are in the US, please, if you would, just go ahead and we're going to do like a little random number thing. So if you want to just type a number in the chat window there for me, we'll get all the numbers in here real quick and we'll pick somebody from the list and we'll figure it out and pick somebody from all of that. And we'll pick somebody. So, all right. let's see, while we're doing that, let me just make sure right here at the end. So, Carl Sandberg, it looks like you're the winner. Carl, if you would email me at davidr@infowisesolutions.com with your shirt size and your address. And let me type that in. infowisesolutions.com. And yeah, just email me that real quick and send privately. I think I did that right. Let me try that one more time here. 42. I did not do that right. At infowisesolutions.com. I think we are good there. All right, try that. I think you got it. So if you would send me an email with your shirt size and your address, and we'll get that right down to you. All right, guys. I don't think there's anything else. Please give us a call and get the demo. Call and or set up a demo. Get the 30-day trial. Let's get after it, guys. I think you won't regret it. All right. That's it.